name's Frank Gregorina, and I'm with the PG&E Dirt team, the dig-in reduction team, aptly named. Basically, our primary goal is twofold. One is to investigate underground damage incidents involved in excavation and PG&E utilities. And then secondly is to focus on damage prevention. How do we prevent these things from happening? And when they do happen, how do we stop them from happening again in the future? So a typical day for a dirt investigator is, number one, we are monitoring the dispatch notifications that come out within our areas, our geographical areas, and we're monitoring them for dig-in investigations, damage incidents. We're also monitoring anything else maybe in a neighboring districts that are happening if we need to help somebody else out, and we're responding to those when needed. When we're not doing that on a typical day, what we're doing is we're looking at problems in our area, and that may be problems with a USA ticket, it may be problems that a contractor is experiencing, and we're working on those problems to try and come up with a remedy. So in 2020, we had approximately 1,800 dig-ins, damage events that were related to underground excavation. But when we break them down, approximately 50% of those dig-ins were as a result of no USA ticket. But other ones pop up as well, other interesting causes. One is not potholing. So they do call in a USA ticket, they do have facility markings, but they don't take the time to dig down, find the utility, make sure they know the location, the depth, and protect it. Some of the other contributing factors are ongoing projects that are going on for several weeks or months where they do have an active USA ticket. They send in revisions, but they don't ask for remarks. And as you know, when you're out there on an excavation site, the marks can easily be destroyed or removed. When we respond to damage incidents, what do we do? So the first thing is we get that notification from the dispatch center letting us know the location, the type of excavation, any details surrounding it. And generally, there will be some sort of public safety response in addition. Police, fire, depending on what the situation is. If gas is blowing, if electric has been knocked out, whatever the case may be. Once that damage is controlled and the scene is made safe again, that's when our job basically starts. And that's when we're investigating what happened here. So we're looking around, we're trying to find what type of excavation is it, who are the contractors or multiple contractors that are involved. Number one, do they have a USA ticket? Do we see obvious marks, facility markings out there? Are the markings accurate? What was the equipment that was used that damaged the facility? So we're going to interview our own people to get some of those answers at PG&E, and then we're going to interview the contractor and find out from them, hey, what happened, right? First of all, making sure they're safe and they're okay, but then find out what happened and move forward from there. Once we do determine what the cause of the incident was and maybe the contributing factors, we share that information with the contractors. The other thing that we do is we offer a free training course. Now we do smaller group settings out at actually job sites where we meet with contractors, and many times it's contractors who have been involved in a damage incident, and we'll meet on site with them and go over what's the 811 process, how does it work, how do we ensure that we're following all the guidelines of 811. And then we also go over safe excavation practices. Some of it comes down to, I know, it comes down to speed and money, right? These contractors, they're not out trying to do anything wrong, but they are turning jobs over quickly, especially with fencing companies, right? And they're moving very quickly. And so sometimes there's a communication gap. Maybe it's the front office from the staff that works out in the field, the crew that works out in the field, and for whatever reason there's a miscommunication and a ticket doesn't get submitted, and the crew shows up and they just decide, well, I think that's not our job, that's somebody else's job, and they just start the work. We're all responsible for safety, every one of us. From the person that submits the ticket, to the crew that responds out, from the locator, the utility operator, all of us. We all have an opportunity to stand up, say something doesn't look right here, stop something, and make sure we have a clear understanding before excavation proceeds. And even when it does proceed, if we see something that doesn't match up, we stop, we ask the right questions, we contact the utility we think may be the owner of maybe it's an abandoned line, whatever it may be. But we only proceed as fast as we can work safely. I'm Frank Gurgarina, and I am an 811 Pro.